That's how I get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's goody, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's goody, YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. I'm your girl, TMR. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me up in this daggone break room, y'all. Oh boy. All right. Y'all see the title? Y'all see the thumbnail? Y'all know we're going to get into this good Sunday mornings, afternoon. Welcome, y'all. Welcome back to the break room. We are in the weekend before Christmas. Christmas is just, what is it, y'all? What's today? 21st, about 4 days away. And I know you guys are definitely ready for it to get here and go on about its business, child. Woo! I remember a time when Christmas actually used to be fun. Now it just seems just like another, just like another day. I don't know. I guess I feel that way because, with the holidays now, they start bringing the holiday in well before the holiday. It was Halloween and they was already putting Christmas stuff out, after day after Christmas, girl, they'll start casing the stores for Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? It's just it's like they don't let you enjoy the holiday because they throw it on you so quickly, and it's like they just shove it down your throat. And I don't know, it's just weird to me. But anyway, after Christmas is New Year's, and we're rolling rapidly, y'all. About 10 days, literally 10 days from today, we will be celebrating the last day of 2025. And let's be honest, you guys, what's on your mind? What's your thoughts? What's your plans for 2026, y'all? Literally 4 years away from us ending another decade. 4 years, you guys. 2030 is rapidly approaching. If you think about it, a lot has happened in 10 years, a lot. And so 10 years ago, you were one place. Almost 10 years later, where do you want to be? Do you want to still be in the same place that you are now? Or do you want to be somewhere different, somewhere better, whatever, just think about those things as these years are just flying by. Y'all know the days are flying by, the months are flying by. Everything is just moving so fast. So speaking of moving fast, y'all, today we just gonna talk about a couple little things. Y'all know the last few days we've been over there covering that Olivia saga. And I noticed sis hasn't uploaded any more videos. Well, let me take that lie back. I didn't look today. I looked last night and I didn't see anything. So I don't know if she's maybe uploaded. Not sis got her mama uploading her videos so she can stay in the algorithm and keep getting that check, y'all. Ooh. Olivia over there. So let's get into it, you guys. So I got a story I want to share with y'all that I saw on social media. It's coming out of Humboldt, Texas. This is a suburban city of Houston. Unfortunately, you guys, we've heard this a lot lately. It's been going on for quite some time where these rodents and critters are invading these grocery stores, okay? You said love live from the clank, girl, a mess. The story is starting to become far too common. Far too common. I remember years and years ago, y'all, this was in the 80s. There was a thing in Chicago. It was this thing called super rats. Well, not a thing. It was actually big old rats. Lit rats, not mice. Because, a lot of times people call mice rats. There's a difference between a rat and a mouse, okay? Big difference. And there was this thing back in the 80s where it was called super rats, and it was big old rats taking over stores and restaurants. in the downtown area of Chicago. Yeah, it was a big thing, all on the news. It was stores that had to close down. And when I say super rats, the reason why they were called super rats, because child, they were humongous. Okay. Yeah, NYC does too, but they were humongous. And the reason why this story, Renee, is close to me, because I'm from that area, right? So they were big, like size of dogs. You know what I mean? Well, I'm exaggerating with dogs, like big old raccoons or something. Like they were huge. And a lot of stores and stuff had to close down. Restaurants had to close down because the rats were just taking over. This was in the 80s. So ever since then, I hadn't really heard stuff like this going on. But now it's just, it's far too common. Like you hear this all the time now. And it's just the weirdest thing to me. So let's get into this story out of Humble, Texas. Let's get into this real quick.
People do not want to hear in the same breath. A customer sent KPRC2 News cell phone video recorded inside a local Walmart in Humble. What the video appears to show is shoppers talking and questioning what's being sold in the produce aisle. KPRC2 News reporter Devin Clark is live near that Walmart with more on this story. Devin.
Keith, you know, when you go shopping for produce, you're not really looking for any surprises, especially not the kind that crawls around. But take a look for yourself. We want to warn the viewers out there what you're about to see may be disturbing.
Oh my God. Really? Wow.
This video shows what appear to be at least 2 rats on top of cucumbers along the fresh produce wall at the Walmart on North Sam Houston Parkway East. Look closely and you can see them moving beneath the shelf where the vegetables are stocked, right under a sign that reads Manager's Special.
I had a cucumber last week.
Was it from Walmart?
Yeah.
From this Walmart?
Yes.
The customer who recorded the video wasn't available to speak today, but tells KPRC2 News they were disgusted and immediately went to speak with store management. Brooklyn Bates, whose family owns a food truck in the area, is glad they did.
I go shopping there.
She says seeing the video made her think twice about going back.
That really just is shocking me. Being clean is the #1 priority.
Her mother, who asked not to be identified, says it's the Walmart their family uses because it's close to home.
We bought apples and other vegetables and fruits.
Now this small business owner has some strong advice for the popular mega store chain.
You need better pest control because this shouldn't ever occur.
Cell phone video from the store today shows some produce shelves cleared out while other sections remained stocked. In a statement, a Walmart spokesperson tells KPRC2 News customer health and safety is a top priority, saying potentially impacted products were removed from the store and additional preventative measures were put in place with vendors. Harris County Public Health says it did inspect this store after receiving that video and 4 complaints. It says it found a dead rat on a glue pad behind a cooler, but all of the affected products have been removed and sanitized. We want to mention that this store did get an overall score of 96, but it also got a citation. We understand there's another inspection scheduled before Christmas. We are live in Humble. Devin Clark, KPRC2 News.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot going on. You know, I understand there are some people who just love Walmart, like they don't shop anywhere else but Walmart. But and not to say that other stores haven't had this issue, but in the last, I'm just saying, in the last 4 years, I've heard this story. It happened to 2 Walmarts in my city in the last couple years. Then I heard this story. Then I heard another. Like it happens a lot at the Walmarts, and I'm not understanding why. It was the fact that, let's go back, y'all. It was the fact that they had only cleared that bottom shelf, and the other shelves of produce were still on. My thing is, if the rat was down there by the cabbage and the turnips and the mustard greens, you don't think it had traveled around to the other areas of the produce? What do y'all mean cleaned? The affected things had been removed and sanitized. Well, what are you sanitizing it for? Sanitize means I'm putting it back. Why wouldn't it just all be thrown away? Let's be honest. Walmart is a $1 billion corporation. What? This is one of the main reasons. Typically, meaning me, I don't buy produce and meats from Walmart. I'm not going to say that I haven't bought groceries or I won't go into Walmart and buy. But typically when I do, it's packaged things. I personally have never been a fan of Walmart's produce because I just think their produce is atrocious looking. It's always wilted or beat up, bruised. Their produce area is not inviting to me. Every time I walk into a Walmart, most times, depending on where you go in at, if you go in through the grocery side, the more than likely the produce is the first thing you see. And their produce area never looks inviting. At times it looks plentiful, but it doesn't look It doesn't look like I need to pick those tomatoes up or the avocados or the cucumbers it never looks like I need to pick that up and put that in my cart. It is with love. You said box foods are fine, but anything that has to be refrigerated and produced, leave it alone. Yes. And let's be honest with the box food. Pay attention to the box food. We can't act like rats don't chew on boxes. So when you pick up a box, make sure you take a look at it. Make sure you don't see no chewed up marks on the box. Yeah, the produce always looks pitiful. I'm just not, and I done been into 1,000 Walmarts. Every Walmart I've ever entered, the produce always looks just nasty to me. It just doesn't look inviting for me to pick it up and put it in my cart. Yeah, Kroger's is my spot, EB. Kroger's is my spot. I love Kroger's. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I've been in some Kroger's that wasn't that great. Or Meijer, stores like that take pride in their produce section. Just Walmart does not take pride in their produce section, their meat section. And let's be honest, if they over there crawling with the vegetables and fruits, what you think they doing to that bakery and that deli? What y'all think they doing over there? If they're not taking care of, if they over there crawling around, let's be honest, produce and bakery and deli is all in the same area. So what? The rats gonna boycott bakery and deli and just invade the produce? Giant Eagle, I've heard of that store. So I don't know, y'all. Just be careful when you're going in any grocery store. I'm just saying, Mrs. Yellow, just be careful when you go in any grocery store. I don't understand how, we understand a lot of these stores are like warehouses. And let's be honest, y'all, if a mouse can get into your house, it definitely is just as easy to get into a store whose doors are constantly open and closing. In your house, your doors are not constantly open and closing, although they do open and close. But y'all know in these stores, there's many entrances into these stores. Many entrances. And let's be honest as well, in the back part where they store and stock things, a lot of these workers in these stores, they don't clean up well. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I go into a grocery store and I gotta go to the bathroom and that bathroom nasty, baby, I about face. I don't even want to shop here. Because if the bathroom is nasty, I'm just going to assume the rest of the store is not being kept as well. You said my sister still does Walmart, and I don't understand why, especially with her having a bigger family. Can you imagine the shock of the person recording that? Oh my God. Girl, that's what I'm saying. Baby, my skin would have, I'd have started crying. Because baby, I can't stand mice. I have a phobia with mice. I can't stand them. Although we're talking about a rat, same damn family. I just, child, I would have started crying. I'd have started screaming and crying right there in the middle of the damn stove. I'd have been so nervous. I'd have been shaking. Oh, that would have just, thank God the rat didn't jump out and attack her. Because let's be honest, rats will do that. That's why it's a difference between a rat and a mouse. Although they both carry germs, it's definitely, but yes, baby, I'd have been crying. I'd have been standing up there screaming. You hear me? I'd have been literally real tears coming down my face. Oh, I would have been a nervous wreck. Baby, I would have never, ever, 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 ever stepped foot in the parking lot of that Walmart ever again. They would have never had to worry about getting my corn ever. You hear me? Ever. Oh, Lord. Okay, y'all, let's move on, honey. Let's move on. So now we're going to get into another quick story. Y'all, the internet is hating. The internet is hating Akira. Y'all remember the Akira and Brene story that's still going on? You know, the case out of North Carolina, the alienation of affection story with Akira, Brene, Tim, and Devin. Okay, so y'all know we talked about the other day that Akira just announced that she's pregnant, about 6 months pregnant with her child, her third child, with her new boyfriend, Jordan, which is somebody she's been knowing, I guess, for years. Well, y'all, the internet has literally flipped on Akira. They have flipped on her. They are not feeling this lady. They are not feeling this pregnancy. They're basically, the hate that Brene was getting has kind of shifted toward Akira now. Yeah, it has definitely shifted. And a lot of people have opinions, are weighing in on the whole situation. They feel like Akira is no better than Brene. There's a story now that Jordan has I believe the little boy's 2 years old. And it's being said now that there was a Christmas photo December of 2023 that was on Jordan's Facebook of him, the baby mama, and the baby. Well, y'all know 2024 is apparently when they got together. And so now they're saying that Jordan hijacked one family to go be with Akira. I don't get why they hate her for being pregnant. I guess they feel like it's too soon. But I mean, how long was she supposed to wait around? Clearly, Tim didn't moved on. So how long was Akira supposed to wait around? And why does Kyra have to be the one to wait? How come? You see what I'm saying? Like, but see, this is what happens when you share your life with the internet. You cannot expect for everybody to celebrate you. Even if you think you need to be celebrated, just understand that everybody's not going to love you. Okay, so let's get into this story real quick.
But when it comes to the whole Akira situation and she's pregnant again after, everything that's went down, I can understand why people are upset that she's pregnant, because she's a perfect example of how, for many women, their ceiling of accomplishment, their ceiling of fulfillment, and like even revenge sometimes is having a child. And even though the child itself is a blessing, not every woman sees getting pregnant and having children as blessings. Like, a lot of women have children because they feel like it'll lock a man down and keep that man in their life. A lot of women have children as revenge tours. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I know they're going to be mad. I know my ex is going to be mad. I know some.
Do any of you guys believe that? Do you believe that no, I do believe there are women who have babies to trap the man. They think that that'll keep him there, right? I believe that. But do y'all also believe that some women have babies or get pregnant as a revenge to their ex? But you know what? She could be right. I mean, because strange things happen. right? Let's be honest. I feel like that's why Olivia got pregnant. To kind of make Gerard jealous. I really do. So, yeah, I mean, I could agree.
Somebody's gonna be mad because I'm pregnant right now. Like, not every woman treats children like they're human beings that they actually have to raise and like genuinely care for. And I think a lot of people expected her to like really be in her bag, like do all the things she didn't do before. Tim, I think his name, yeah, Tim, like just be her own woman, be her own person, be calm. And to see her get pregnant while all this stuff hasn't even really died down yet, like realistically, it hasn't really died down yet. It's still very fresh. So to introduce a child into the whole situation, and she's a girlfriend this time around, it's like a lot of.
I mean, yeah, she's a girlfriend this time around, but let's be honest, her being a wife didn't bring her much accolades either. So maybe Akira's like, well, hell, when I was a whole wife, I was sleeping in one room and my husband was knocking boots with my homegirl in the next room. How do they feel like a baby can stop her from pursuing whatever she needs to pursue? There are plenty of women who have children and are successful. It's almost like they wanted Akira to stay in her down space. It's almost like they celebrated her when she was moping, crying, devastated because this happened to her. Brene, her best friend, Tim, her husband, betrayed her. But once she started coming out of that situation, really, me personally, once she got awarded that settlement, it seems like that's when the internet started switching up on Akira. It's kind of weird. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I just got introduced to this story a few months ago, so I really don't feel a way either way. I mean, I definitely feel Brene was nasty for doing that as a woman. Like, girl, like that was your homegirl, and you was in that woman's house. Like, bitch, is you cool? Tim, you're a weirdo. Akira, sis, you were too gullible. But that's kind of where I'm at with it. I don't hate Brene. I'm not disgusted. I don't hate Akira. I'm not that invested. But I do understand there are a lot of people that are invested and took sides. That's why sometimes you just got to just look at the story, give your thoughts and opinions. It's best that you don't take sides or try not to take sides because you're dealing with people and people can switch up at any moment.
People are rooting for Akira out of a common enemy like Brene and Tim, more so than like actually rooting for her as a person because they like her as a person, as a content creator, as doing whatever it is she does. Like, a lot of women can resonate with the story. So like, of course women want to see the side chick go down, like, of course. But to sit here and act like her getting pregnant right now isn't, it's just peaches and rainbows. We can't act like that. And unfortunately, I feel like she's having the child out of just being down, being down about the situation, wanting to feel like she's won something or she overcame the situation in her own way. But bringing a whole other human into this life, it's just like, there was no other ways to go on a revenge tour. There were like no other options. I'm not really one to engage in like celebrity gossip.
Here's my thing with the whole situation with Akira. Akira, I feel like she caught herself being funny, announcing her pregnancy the same day that Brene and Tim were to appear on the Tamron Hall show. She caught herself trying to be funny by doing it, but in a sense, it kind of backfired on Akira. And Akira posted that she's taking a break for social media. Let's be honest, she probably should. Brene can't because she got to pay that 1.7 million, whatever it is, So she can't take a break. And then she over there paying for Tim's gym membership and paying for his attorney while she didn't have one. Now Akira and Brene are back in court again. So there's a few TikTokers on TikTok that are covering the new case. I don't know much about it, y'all. I just see things on TikTok. There is a lady named Black Goddess. She's doing really, really well with covering it. She's starting to get a little hate too. People feeling a little, I don't know. I just, it's people. And so when you're dealing with people, everybody is, like I just said, everybody's not going to celebrate you. A lot of people can be envious and jealous of what you're able to accomplish, and they wish they could and can't or don't. I don't know, but Akira taking a break is probably wise. To be quite honest with you, her announcing her pregnancy clearly was her decision. She if she wanted to announce it, she could. But I really feel like she probably thought that the world was going to be like, oh my God, she's pregnant, which a lot of people are. A lot of people were congratulating Akira. They was congratulating her on her new love. But I just really hope that what Akira sees in this guy plays out to be a better song or a better story for her than the situation between her and Tim. Now, let me get into this last lady that had some thoughts on the Akira situation. I believe she's talking about the case that's going on now. And she does give her a couple of thoughts about Akira as well, too.
Saying I'm loud and wrong. Correct me then, nigga. Shit, I'm teachable, baby. But until that moment, I'm going to go ahead and double the fuck down. So let's go over some more of Akira's contradictions that got me fucked up. One of the first ones I want to address is Miss Privacy. I want to be private. I want to be private. So why did you invite some of the TikTokers with the largest platform down there to chronicle the entire fucking thing from beginning to end? Why did you do that? I thought you wanted privacy. They went so far as to create press passes so that they can come into the courtroom and film the entire hearing. And my thing is, if you're going to rock a press pass, God damn it, I expect you to have journalistic integrity. And none of that was present. And we'll get into that in the next video. Now, let's address the magical year of 2023, because everybody's saying, oh, well, they broke up in 2023. How? Akira got up in that courtroom and showed text messages and evidence that they were still humping on each other all the way up until April of 2024. She was trying to save her marriage all the way up until April of 2024. So they weren't broken up in 2023. She was just sharing her husband. Or they were together because she was still humping that man. And the problem that's blowing me is, why was you humping him in April of 2024? And then the following month in 2024, you popped out with a new nigga playing stepdaddy to your kids at their graduation. Huh? Riddle me that, please. Miss, I'm saving my marriage. Because that indicates one of two things to me. One, either you're so negligent as a mother that you would bring a nigga around your kids that you haven't seen in 10 years and you would invite him around your children to play stepdaddy. Weird. Or two, you and that man been dealing with each other a lot longer than you've made public. Which I wouldn't be surprised if she was dealing with that man all of 2023. And you know why I say that? Because Tim was actively sleeping with Brene, and it was very well known. Brene said she knew, they all knew. And I believe that because Devin inadvertently admitted to the fact that they all knew. Devin got up on that stand and said, hey, Tim used to show up several times with a blow-up mattress. It was BYOB, bring your own blow-up bed. And then him and Brene would be in the next room humping on each other. And he used to sit in his room and listen. And on a couple.
That was wild. Yeah. Devin admitted that he would sit and listen to Tim and Brene having relations in Brene and Devin's house. Yes, he said that on the stand. I said, I said, Brene must got that pocketbook over there, honey. Not you had the boyfriend, you sleeping with the boyfriend in the house that you and your husband share, and the husband in the next room listening. Jesus.
Of occasions, he went in there and had sex with her afterwards. And on one occasion, Tim brought his son. And Devin and Tim's son sat in the room and listened to Brene and Tim have sex. Okay, so right there, where were you, Akira? Where was Akira when her husband is taking a mattress and going to spend the night and with this other woman's house? And what were you doing while he was gone? Because again, there were occasions where she was spending the night at your crib. That's the reason why she was able to collect all that footage of her laying around your house naked, humping on your husband, because she was at your house. And where were you when that was happening? Because on a couple occasions, you testified that you were in the next room when your husband was in the other bedroom with Brene.
I just don't want to believe. Apparently, this was true. It came out in court. I just don't want to believe that people are literally living, especially as young as these people are. It's almost like, what did y'all get married for? Just to say I'm married? Because clearly all of y'all were living like y'all was just boyfriend and girlfriends. Yeah, she definitely was. Akira was definitely minding her business, but damn.
Just like at the beginning of her relationship with Tim, she said that Jody was her high school sweetheart. They dated from the freshman year of high school up into her freshman year of college. But you got married to Tim your freshman year of college and started dating Tim your senior year in high school. Too many of her timelines overlap and nobody's saying anything because you guys like her. You like the way she looks. This all has to do with colorism and fat phobia. Yeah. And I'll get into that in the next video after the next video, because that's a whole topic that needs to be addressed. This video is purely for the contradictions. That's what we're here for. I want to address that. And I don't even believe that Akira would be in this situation if it wasn't for her sorry ass mama. Her mama was the one that encouraged her to get married at 19, encouraged her to drop out of school, encouraged her to pay that man's way through college, encouraged her to get 2 jobs and finance that man's lifestyle, encouraged her to go into debt to care for that man. Shit, she went $70,000 into debt to care for that man. And I believe that's the only reason why any of this is happening. Because again, Akira got up on that stand and testified that Tim had been cheating on her. Even was knocking down white ladies. He'd been cheating on her. So why Brene? Of all the people that cheated, why Brene? Why do you feel like you need to punish Brene the most for the things that your husband had been doing this entire time? And if Jody and his baby mother broke up last year and it was amicably, when they broke up, was it before or after Jody was already seeing Akira? Because she might not have known that he was cheating on her. Because I firmly believe he was cheating on her. And I say that because you were at that graduation in May. So what, you broke up with your girl in April and you already were in a new relationship in May and at the graduation? Or you broke up with her in March and you were already in a brand new relationship and at the graduation?
But you know what? You say people need to touch grass. People do need to touch grass, but you can't really blame people for getting invested when Brene, Akira, Tim, that all of them put this out for the world to view and they got paid for it. Like Brene doesn't care much about being, hated on the TikTok internet webs, and Akira don't really care nothing about how y'all debating when she was with Jordan, but let's be honest. I mean, people have the right to question that because everything else has been questioned, right? So they like, well, girl, how you gonna take Brene to court? And seems like you was over there doing something you didn't have no business either. But the difference is, Brene and Tim were married. I mean, excuse me, Akira and Tim were married. Brene was over there tiptoeing in the tulips with Akira's husband. But it just seems like, Devin over there listening to Tim and Brene have intercourse in the next room in their marital home, meaning Brene and Devin's marital home. It just seems like all of them knew, because y'all got to remember, before everybody started touching on each other, they all were hanging out together as married couples. And let's not forget, Tim and Devin are supposed to be cousins. And you know what's so unfortunate in all of this? Akira's kids. Because there's only 2 children, the 2 that Tim and Akira had together. So the kids in the middle of all this, which is, all their business all on the internet, because their parents' business is all on the internet. And it's just like the parents that, imagine those kids going to school and their teachers clearly know who they are and what their parents got going on in their personal lives, because their parents decided to do this for the money. I don't get it sometimes, maybe because I'm not heavily invested in the internet like that. And, I just don't get it, but I guess it's not meant for me to get. Now, this lady is definitely listening to the story. It definitely feels like she hasn't missed Nan episode. And I'm just going to assume maybe she's more partial to Brene than she is Akira, or maybe she's just pointing out, like she said, I'm just pointing out the contradictions. And let's be honest, if people pointed out the contradictions of Brene, why can't they point out the contradictions of Akira? I mean, neither Brene or Akira are perfect people. So if you can point out the contradictions of Brene, why you can't point them out for Akira? That's just my opinion. All right, y'all. Let's get into something else. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's fair. If you could do it for Brene, why you can't do it for Akira? Because let's be honest, y'all, Akira, she wasn't no angel. More than likely, she probably was humping on Jordan. When Brene and Tim was over there humping on each other, she made Kira probably said it ain't fun unless the homies can have some. You know what I mean? Because she was over there pouring her heart out to Jordan. Now they were best friends, and then now they have been dating. I'm like, which one is it? It's a whole mess down there in where were they at, y'all? Is it Durham, North Carolina? Maybe a whole mess down there. Okay, let's get into EKANE real quick, y'all. So EKANE was live the other day. She took her kids to a seafood boil, and her son, Minx, appears to have allergic reaction. And so the internet is in an uproar. Okay, TikTok. I'm going to say TikTok is in an uproar because they feel like EKANE's response to this was weird. It appeared to be neglectful. A lot of people feel that. A lot of people feel like, EKANE's just funny and she's just weird like that. So I'm going to get you guys' opinion. So let's get into it.
What your lip look? Are you doing that, Mix? Do it regularly.
I'm not doing that.
Are you allergic to? Why your lip look like that? Can you breathe? Is he allergic to? What are you allergic to? What is he allergic to? He only allergic to peanuts.
Wait.
I'm gonna finish my boil. Once you can't breathe, let me know. Cause I'm hungry.
That girl said, I'm going to finish my boil. Once you can't breathe, let me know, because I'm hungry. I said, ooh.
I wanna leave.
No, because we ate here before and his lip ain't do that before. Mommy, sit down. It don't matter. I'm eating. I know your time, honey. No. Mommy's been doing that too, but only on the side where, because she had ripped some crust off her lip. So that part was swollen. Let me see again. Let me see if your whole lip's swollen now. Maybe your whole lip is now. Let me see. Why? Oh, maybe he bit it? Nah, his food ain't gonna swell up like that just because he bit his leg. Thinks you scared? Your ass look like Bubble Bath. His ass look like Bubble Bath. Should I Google this? I'm gonna Google it. What the hell?
Not should I Google this.
This has never happened before. We ate here before, y'all. I swear I would not have brought us. Like, this is crazy.
She's lucky the boy didn't go into epileptic shock. Now, me personally, I don't know why his lip is swelling up like that. And because I'm not a doctor, and because that hasn't happened before, I would definitely be a little concerned. And I probably would have had to get off a live stream. We would have had to leave that restaurant. I'm going to just go on and take you to the ER or urgent care. Either one, whichever one I came up on first, right? Not I'm going to Google it. What is Google going to tell you? Google is not although Google has WebMD, but they say WebMD sometimes don't be right.
How's everything says for real?
Good.
Good. Do you get anything?
No, not right now. Thank you. 6-year-old lip swollen at seafood place.
The waiter came and asked, y'all all right? Y'all need anything? Hell, he probably seen the boy lip puffing up from across the room. She said, no, we good. Yeah, we don't need anything. She ain't asked for no water, no ice. Hey, can I get a to-go box? We gotta go. I believe he's having an allergic reaction. Nothing. She's like, no, we good.
Like shellfish, but you ate shellfish before. We love shrimp. Let me get some content of it first. Yeah. Oh my God. No, go home. How do you feel?
Every time I do this side and this side moves.
Yeah, don't put it in, but when it's just hanging out, how you feel? Just regular? No, it's just heavy. Can you breathe? Your head hurt? Your neck hurt? Your chest hurt? Anything hurt? Just your lip is swollen and it hurts when you tuck it in?
And it kind of burns.
Is it tingling? OMG. All right, go wash your hands. I'm going to go ahead and finish up.
Wait, she's sending him to go wash his hands. So she's sending him to the bathroom by himself? Is Chris not there? Is she there by herself? Because why are we sending the baby to the bathroom by herself? If anything, you should have called the waiter back over there and say, hey, can you bring me some water and some napkins? And had him wash his hands right there at the table. Because let's be honest, we need to go and get in the car. We need to go on down there to the urgent care. It's her sending the boy to the bathroom by herself.
Wait, do you know where the bathroom is? Oh.
She's sending to the bathroom by itself. I think the little boy, what is he, about 6?
Go to the ERA tab, the emergency. So you mean to tell me I can't finish my boil? You mean to tell me? Let me hurry up. Woo! Baby, I drink that. I'm gonna be in the ER next. I'm gonna be right in the ER with her. I think. What could that be? I'm gonna call the police. Should we call the police?
Ambulance.
Call the ambulance. Well, I might as well drink my drink there if we gonna have a ride.
This girl said, I might as well go on and drink my drink then, since y'all want me to call the ambulance and he'll just have a ride to the hospital instead of me taking him.
He looks so different. He do.
That's Tasha.
Are you doing that, Mix? Do it regularly.
I'm not doing.
Oh my God, man. This girl is a mess. EKANE is a mess. Like, there are so many videos of her on this internet. It would literally make your jaw drop. So I think this is the one after they went home. Okay, so these are clips that I saw on TikTok. So let me get into this one real quick. Apparently, it was said in the comments that the boy fell out of his car seat and bumped his lip. But I don't know, he looked too big to be in a car seat.
I'm gonna take a shot.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Because I was gonna get you a bye-bye at the store.
Because I took my test?
Yeah. When your next one? Next month or 2 weeks?
No, I don't gotta take no more.
No more? What's the point? So you on probation now?
No, I only have to take one before I get sentenced. So you can tell the judge.
When you getting sentenced?
I don't know, probably like 2 months.
You just talking like this shit just.
What I'm gonna do about it? We don't cry and spill milk. It is what it is out here, baby. We soldiers, nigga. I'm gonna take a shot. I'm gonna take a shot.
Look how big the boy lip is. Oh my goodness, a mess. I don't know what ended up. I don't know if she actually went to the hospital or not. Like I said, somebody had posted this on TikTok. I don't follow EKANE, but if I see stuff on TikTok that people post, I will take a look at it. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the girl is funny to me. She's goofy. She's so goofy, she's funny. But I don't think that situation was funny. You know, that boy lip swelling up like that, even though she said that they have ate there before and nothing has happened to him. How do we know that? This could have happened before and she just saying that. Like, we don't really know. But I'm just going to say that, you know what? In 2025, there are a lot of people that we probably should leave in 2025 and don't bring them into 2026. Kiki Jones, another chick that, you know, the wedding dress crash out lady. She's another one that we should definitely leave in 2025. That lady is, I can't even stand looking at her. She just looks hideous to me. Just a mess, okay? A mess. So now we're going to get into our last little story, you guys. I hope you are enjoying this live stream, stuff that I just found interesting. And I wanted to share it with y'all, get your reaction while I give you mine. So the last story we're going to talk about is the DoorDash driver situation. So in Indiana, there was a DoorDash delivery driver that delivered some Arby's to a customer. And apparently, they didn't leave a tip, or the tip was too small. I believe the tip was like maybe $2. And she pepper sprayed their food, the food was inside the bag. She pepper sprayed the bag, okay? And the wife had an allergic reaction to it, okay? So this is on Law and Crime Network. So I'm gonna show you guys this video. Give me just a moment.
Someone who often uses meal delivery services, this case truly makes me sick. This DoorDash driver did admit to spraying something, but she claims it was for a reason. It's December 7, 2025. We're in Evansville, Indiana. It's around midnight when Mark Cardin and his wife were waiting for their Arby's delivery order. Like so many others, they used the meal ordering service DoorDash to get their food. Once their food arrived and they sat down to eat, Mark and his wife both started getting sick. They both reportedly felt a burning sensation in their mouth, nose, throat, and stomach. Then came the vomiting. Both knew immediately something was wrong with their order. And they took a look at their doorbell camera video, and the evidence appeared to be right there. Mark posted this video to social media with the caption on Facebook, DoorDash employee being kind enough to spray whatever kind of poison or whatever they was trying to spray all over my food when it was delivered to my house. Thank you very much. I'll see you in court. The clip of the delivery has since gone viral. But in case you haven't seen it, the video shows the couple's delivery driver arrived to their home shortly after midnight. She places the food down and gets out her phone in one hand, presumably to take a picture of the order, because the couple did get a delivery confirmation saying their order arrived at 12:01 a.m. But on the doorbell camera, you can see the driver with her other hand begin to...
Now, I just want to pause for a minute. Be it I'm a person who has used DoorDash. I think I've used DoorDash 2 or 3 times. And when you tip, you tip when you place the order. So when she accepted the order, you seen what the tip amount was, right? So if you weren't happy with the tip amount, then why did you accept the order? If you felt like it wasn't worth your travel or your time, why did you accept the order? To then deliver the food, take a picture to show that you actually delivered it, but didn't realize that damn near every household in America got a Ring doorbell camera, and they would see you pepper spraying their food?
spray a substance from a small aerosol can attached to her keychain, and then she just walks back to her car.
And it's almost like she looked into the camera and seen it. It's almost like she looked at the door and seen the door. Like, doorbell cameras are not where you, like, anybody can know that that's a doorbell camera. It's like she looked into it. You don't tip until afterwards. So after they actually delivered the order, right? So then if, let's say in this particular situation, they tipped after they seen it was delivered. You don't know it's delivered until they drop it off and take the picture and show finished, right? I'm just going to assume. So she wouldn't have seen the tip standing right there at the door. So what was the reason of her pepper spraying it?
DoorDash responded to the viral video in a statement saying, quote, "We have absolutely zero tolerance for this type of appalling behavior. The Dashers' access to the platform has been permanently removed, and our team is standing by to support law enforcement with any investigation." Mark and his wife also reported the incident to their local sheriff's office.
Good morning, everyone. It's Mark Cardin, the family that was involved in the DoorDash pepper spray incident. So, my wife is doing better. I surprisingly am doing worse. I've been coughing so bad with my respiratory infection that I'm actually have been missing work. Unfortunately, I had to burn my last couple vacation days due to that with all my coughing and I guess me breathing whatever that I have pulled every muscle in my midsection and including around the sides. So I'm going to be going to see my primary care doctor right now to see about, why my respiratory infection is, so much worse and why every muscle in my midsection has been pulled, probably again from coughing. So I've been asked by a million people, have you gotten a lawyer? Are you going to get a lawyer? No, I don't know. I don't know what to do. So I'm posting this video to tell everybody that I am on my way to the doctor, and that if you are a lawyer or you know a lawyer that's willing to help us out in this case, please reach out to me. I'll give everybody an update later when I.
Hey, Mike said, hey, I'm on set. Mike said, look at here. I know this is going to go viral. So any lawyer out there that want to take this case, hit me up. I'm on my way to the doctor. Just leave me a message. I'm going to call you when I get out my appointment.
Get back from my primary care doctor and let everybody know what's going on. I'll see you guys later. Just wanted to give an update.
Detectives with the Vanderburgh County Sheriff's Office in Indiana subpoenaed DoorDash records, which ID'd the delivery driver as 29-year-old Courtney Stevenson. But then came a slight issue. Courtney reportedly lives in Kentucky, so investigators called her and agreed to do an in-person interview. The sheriff's office says during that initial phone call, she told him that she was in Evansville, Indiana, visiting her dad. During the visit, she said she was going to do some deliveries too. Courtney allegedly owned up to using pepper spray, but she claimed it wasn't to pepper spray the food. Instead, it was used to spray a spider she saw while making the delivery. She explained to detectives she was terrified of spiders, but it doesn't seem investigators were buying that story.
You decided to pepper spray a spider at 12 o'clock at night. You act like you was getting ready to sit on the doorstep and wait for them to pick up the food from their doorstep. Sis, the spider wasn't bothering you. That's baby, what was, did the spider look like it was about to pounce on you in that blue and purple hair? Ma'am? Not you thought you saw a spider and you pepper sprayed the spider. Whatever happened to just stepping on it? You can still step on insects.
According to the Vanderburgh County Sheriff's Office, the overnight low temperature in their area is around 35 degrees. Outdoor spiders reportedly are not active and wouldn't be capable of crawling on exposed surfaces in that type of weather. So it seemed detectives wanted to talk to Courtney more. An interview was already on the calendar. However, she called the sheriff's office back, reportedly telling them she wasn't going to come in after all. So next came the arrest warrant. Now it's December 12, 2025. It's a little after 10:30 in the morning, and ironically, this time, someone's at Courtney's door.
How you doing? Deputy on the sheriff's office. How you doing? Are you Courtney?
I am.
Hey, I need to talk to you real quick. Okay, come out here.
Ironic. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Look at this.
The arrest warrant. Now it's December 12, 2025. It's a little after 10:30 in the morning, and ironically, this time, someone's at Courtney's door.
Look what she got on her. Look what she got on her door. Ha! Look what she got on her door. A camera. Baby, when I tell you can't make this stuff up.
How you doing? Deputy on the sheriff's office. How you doing? Are you Courtney?
I am.
Hey, I need to talk to you real quick. Okay, come out here for me.
Okay.
Give you your ID on you by chance?
I do.
Is anybody else here with you, Courtney?
No.
Just here by yourself? Okay. Do you have an idea why we're here?
Probably the thing out of Indiana.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the reason why you didn't go talk to
Get your radio turned down.
I wasn't able to. I
52,
actually
Kentucky,
had
23.
appointment to go see them today. I was getting ready to get dressed.
Sam 12345 Wait a minute.
If you guys are going to arrest me,
52.
actually
We're 10-12's in the hit. Yeah, so they're wanting you. So, yeah, you're going to be going to jail today. You'll be in McCracken County Jail, and then Evansville, Vanderbilt County will come pick you up, okay?
They didn't even press charges yet.
You have a warrant.
I've got on here, I looked up my name on the Indiana cases, and there's not even charges filed.
He's got a warrant. They probably just filed him.
Courtney's arrest warrant was pretty serious too. Because she lives in Kentucky, she'll have to be held in jail until she can be extradited back to Indiana.
You'll be arrested on a fugitive from justice warrant. Okay?
You'll be lodged on that.
You'll be lodged on that. Okay? And you can sit in our jail as long as you want. You don't have to waive extradition, but we can hold you up to 6 months on that. So if you waive extradition, that gets you back there quicker.
To get a bond, they'll face your charges.
And then they'll give you a bond at that point. Does that make sense to you? So that's just, that's up your free right, whatever you want to do. If you don't want to waive extradition, you don't have to. But then at that point, in 6 months, they they retrieve a governor's warrant.
Right.
Okay, so they're going to get you one way or the other, but it's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of time that you have to sit down here. So as quick as you can waive extradition would be.
So I know you mentioned putting underwear on for go to jail. So we're both males, so we obviously can't go in there with you and watch you change. Once we have eyes on you with the warrant, we keep eyes on you. Okay, I'm okay with us going inside the house with you. You bringing a pair with you, and then if the jail lets you put on, that's fine. I'm more than welcome to let you put socks and shoes on before you go. But
baby, they making sure she, because it's cold in the Midwest. Okay, they making sure sis, she got on her night. She want to change her sleep pants. Make sure she got socks and shoes and. Honey, if that was a black woman, they would have had her thrown down on the ground with her nose in the damn concrete.
they're going to give you all when you get down there. So if mainly I would just
give me a bra, but I wanted to make sure I could get.
If you want to bring a pair with you, I'm completely fine with that. But I will let you put socks and shoes on, but I can't let you change or anything like that because we obviously have to keep eyes on you all times, and we're both males, so we're not going to do that. So if you want to step in there, we'll step in there with you. Is that okay? Yeah. No dogs or nothing like that?
No.
Nobody's in here, correct?
Cats, just cats.
Okay.
It's a little messy. Yeah, my mom and stepdad will be home eventually.
Child, look at that old raggedy. Look at that house. Lord have mercy. Ugh. Our house look like Olivia's.
Yeah. You're fine, dude.
Exactly, Nisha.
No one's gonna let me keep in there. Some socks. So how long does the process take for them to come get me and take me there?
Today's Friday. You probably have your first court appearance on Monday here in McCracken. At that point, you can choose if you waive extradition or you fight it. And then they have up to like so many days to come get you. Which would be in Vanderbilt County and Evansville. It's only a 2-hour drive.
Baby, look at that. Baby, that house is a wreck.
So I'm sure they'll probably come get you pretty quick. Does that make sense? Do you want to bring a jacket? It's hot in the car and you're going to go right to the jail. So I wouldn't.
Do you want to bring a jacket? Now, it get a little stuffy in the car. I want you to be comfortable while we riding you down here to the police station. You sure you want to bring a jacket, man? Who cares? This woman could have killed somebody. She pepper sprayed these people food with poison. Who cares if 6 is going to be hot or cold? She didn't care if these people was going to lose their life or not by spraying pepper spray on their food.
I would suggest not. So, you got shoes on?
I do. I have money right there in that purse. Am I able to grab some to get booked with so that I can make phone calls?
Where's it at?
It's in that purse right there.
Then go over and step that way, and I'll watch you grab through it, or I'll grab it. If you don't mind me getting the purse for you, just make sure there's no weapons or nothing like that, okay?
It's on the side of the...
Where? The money's in this little pouch?
Pocket,
You want all of it to go with you?
No, just like the 20s right there.
This right here?
Yeah.
Here, I will let you pick however much you want. If you would take it all with you, that's fine.
I don't want to book all of it in just in case.
You want to leave it out like that, or you want to put it back in the purse? Okay, we'll go out here. You can go out there. You need to lock up.
Probably.
You have a key, or are you just gonna lock it?
They have a key.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. I'm not coming back here.
Yes, sis, it don't matter because you damn sure ain't coming back no time soon, girl.
10 minutes. Just stay at the back of the Durango right there, the back hatch. Just hang out for me.
Wait, did she get to walk to the car unhandcuffed? Well, damn. Now she just gets to casually walk on there. Isn't she? And she's a fugitive too, because they told her to bring her ass in there. Then she said she was coming. Then she called and said she wasn't coming. So they had to put a warrant out for her. So she is a fugitive. Why is she getting, it's almost like she holding hands with the damn officer. She get to walk to the car unhandcuffed? Oh, okay.
Did he confirm that extra or not? He didn't answer. Ask him if he's confirmed yet. His own radio's not working here.
Or just got a response. They will extradite.
It's right, Shea Butter.
Just right over here. Yeah, church walk back.
Baby, if that had been a black woman, I promise you, as soon as she would have stepped out that door and they identified she is who she is, ma'am, can you turn around and put your hands behind your back? And once her hands was in handcuffs, then they would have told her the reason why they were there.
Hey.
They would have asked her, did she have any weapons? Is anybody in the house?
Catch your phone. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty, they want you, okay? So go ahead. I will go over here. Stand right there. I don't want to drop your phone and break it, okay? No, you can make a phone call when you get to the jail, okay? Put your hands on your back for me.
Oh, now she getting handcuffed. See, they had to make sure they actually really wanted her. They said, well, let me call in over there to Indiana real quick. Make sure they really do, really want you. Okay? And then they called down and they said, yeah, bring our ass on up in there. They said, well, ma'am, I'm sorry to tell you, we got to handcuff you now.
This one, you're under arrest, okay? All this is a metal detector, okay? My policy, we just use it. Make sure you have nothing on you, okay? No metal, no guns, no drugs.
Maybe they sure wouldn't have let if there was a black woman, they sure wouldn't have let her grab no money. They would have told her, yeah, you don't need no money where you going. Everything is automated. They'd have been like, if you need to make a call, they got to put money on their books. She act like she gonna be able to buy snacks and stuff down at the clinic. That's probably how Livy was. Livy probably said, can I put some money in my brassiere?
It's not like that. Alrighty. Can you come over here for me? You'll have a seat back there.
Somehow she would have been better off getting her damn debit card. Girl, where you go? Even if you get let out, let's just say she get let out and she got to catch an Uber from Evansville, Indiana, back to where McCracken, whatever city in Kentucky she in. Sis, Uber don't take cash. Yeah, you should have grabbed your debit card, sis. Sure won't let it keep up.
Do what? Yeah. Okay, still 10-15 break mileage. Good. 12014 being route to you guys get paperwork.
Courtney Stevenson was charged with 2 counts of battery resulting in moderate injury, a level 6 felony, and 2 counts of consumer product tampering, a level 5 felony. The Vanderburgh County Sheriff Noah Robinson said in a statement, residents should be able to trust that the food they order for their families is safe. When someone violates that trust and endangers others, we will respond with urgency and we will pursue charges. I want to commend our detectives and also thank the McCracken County Sheriff's Office and Vanderburgh County Prosecutor's Office for their assistance in making this arrest. Now, this kind of makes you think, if Mark Carden didn't come forward with what happened to him and his wife, Courtney might have just flown under the radar. In a video posted a day before she was arrested, Mark thanked those who shared his story.
Hey everybody, it's Mark. So here's my update. So I just got done seeing my primary care doctor, and he agrees that whatever cold or respiratory situation I had going on beforehand has now been exacerbated by the pepper spray incident with my food from DoorDash. So he went ahead and gave me some paperwork stating that he had seen me today. He gave me some medication to get my respiratory system, back online, hopefully, and feeling better and get my throat feeling better, and gave me some medication to help with my back and my lungs, my back and all my muscles from so much coughing.
I'm okay, y'all. Now, I'm not trying to minimize what they went through, because that was horrific. All right. But we see people getting pepper sprayed all the time. When cops pepper spray people that are being combative, trying to arrest or eluding detention, and those people, they turn out to be all right, right? They especially once that stinging go away and they can catch their breath, they fine. It's Mark. Mark said, I'm about to put the 2 on the 10. Mark said, I'm getting ready on DoorDash. Okay? It's gonna be called Mike's DoorDash. Okay, Mike said, oh no. When you see it, jump on it. Mark said, hey, thank you, pepper spray lady. Because we was just, me and my wife over here struggling a little bit. Appreciate you.
So just wanted to give everybody an update that I did go to the doctor. No such thing as a clean bill of health till we know exactly what's going on. But he seems to think that the medicine that he gave me will help get this all out of my system and get me better. So I'll post another update here in a few days. Till then, everybody be safe. And if you order any food, make sure you're checking your cameras.
Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. Mark did say something. Hey, y'all, to everybody that's using these rideshare services or these services that are delivering food, not just fast food, but your groceries too. Check your Ring cameras, y'all, because we know people on that dumb-ish.
Hey, so I just shared this on TikTok, so I wanted to share it here as well. With everything going on.
Mark, are you going on a world tour? Not you on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Mark said everybody gonna hear know about me. Bye, Mark. Talk to you later. Well, no, we won't, but bye. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, that's why you meet their behinds at the door. F that, leave it at the door, BS. Yeah, they started that contactless, whatever. They started that, Nisha, during the pandemic. I don't do the contactless. Baby, I want to see you. I don't really use those type of services anyway. But I'm not, I understand they're there to be used and they can be convenient to use. So I'm not shading anybody from using those services by any means. However, I just will say, if you are using these services, please make sure you do your due diligence and check your Ring camera, because you might see somebody like Jasmine out there crawling around in the grass like you Crocodile Dundee, putting the camera in the people's grass so she can film herself walking up to their door, dropping their food off. Okay, girl. Child, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Y'all be good. Y'all be great. Y'all enjoy y'all Sunday. Until I'm gonna see y'all the next one, honey. Remember, son, what you love. Bye.